drive, a grand finish to the home schedule, and the Razorbacks win for the 22nd time this season.
This is Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, your locally owned Arkansas alumni-run Razorback headquarters. Find Nike, Champion, Tommy Bahama, Comfort Wash, and more. The largest selection of Razorback gear south of the North Pole. Visit 989 South Razorback Road or shop anytime at shoponrazorback.com.
Trevin Brazil just brought them to their feet. That was a poster right there.
Hog Reaction is also presented by Sawyer's Sunrooms and more. When you want to expand your outdoor space and think you can't afford it, give Buzz at Sawyer's a call. Locally owned and making quality affordable since 1990. Sunrooms, patio covers, concrete, and more. Sawyers-sunrooms.com. Hog Reaction postgame show is fueled by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. Real Texas barbecue. Brisket, ribs, and sausage smoked slow, served fast. Swing by Rudy's in Fayetteville and taste the tradition. Rudy's Barbecue. Real barbecue. Real good. This is Hog Reaction.
All right. Arkansas gets the win tonight. 105-85 over the Texas Longhorns. Matt Jones here with me on Hog Reaction. What a night. Arkansas gets the big win. A lot happening tonight in the final home game for Darius Acuff, Trevin Brazil, and maybe a few others, Matt. And it was a pretty much a game where it never felt like Texas was gonna make a run in this game. It kind of looked bad early, a little, or concerning, I guess is the right word, Matt, there. But Arkansas really cruised in this game, and it was one of the easy, I wouldn't say, well, it was one of the most, I guess, uneventful wins of the season for the Razorbacks. It was Arkansas going to work on the offensive end, scoring over 100 points. I think the other time they did that was against Alabama, but the defense kind of played better, and the home crowd was up for the challenge tonight, Matt.
How fun was that, man? Good to be here with you, Unit. That was fun from the start to the finish. I thought everybody showed out. Everybody had fun, had a smile on their face. That was awesome.
And really another great night for Darius Acuff, as I mentioned earlier. 28 points in what is almost a guarantee his final home game at Bud Walton Arena, and Trevin Brazil as well. I think they both finished with 28 points. So just really a great effort tonight. And you saw at times the deficiencies of Arkansas, but when you've got an offense that can score and they've got as many options as they've got on the offensive end, it's really hard to beat Arkansas too when they're playing the way that they like to play, which is get out and run with you and shoot threes. And Arkansas is not a physical team, and I don't think that's going to just automatically change as we near the postseason. But their style of basketball is still hard to play against. And Arkansas tonight really put on a clinic on the offensive end, Matt.
Man, that atmosphere looked amazing. I was just up there at the A&M game, and it looked very similar, man. How fun was that? Get to play in that type of building, that type of atmosphere, and just couldn't say 17-1 home record this year.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the Hogs protected home court once again, something they've been able to do this season pretty well. And you've got one game left against Missouri. We'll get into that game later on, but it's all about the Hogs tonight as they get the win. 105-85 over the Texas Longhorns, improved to 22-8 and 12-5 in conference. Sitting pretty good right now. Arkansas probably locked up a top, would you say, Matt, top 3 seed in the SEC tournament regardless?
Locked it up, got a double bye.
Yeah. And for those who were there at the game tonight, I believe they announced at halftime that Nolan Richardson, Matt, will get a statue outside Bud Walton Arena. That is pretty cool, if you ask me.
Yeah, man, Nolan's he's a legend up there. He's an icon. What he meant to this university and to so many players and families up there, man. I love it. It's pretty awesome.
everybody got involved tonight. As I mentioned, Brazil and Acuff led the way, 28 points each. Malik had 13. Nick Pringle made a little bit of an impact tonight. I'll say 8 points. Billy Richmond had 8. DJ Wagner found his groove tonight, Matt, and it's something you want to see at this point in the season. With the March Madness coming up, you want to see guys getting involved, and because with a limited rotation, everybody's going to have a big part in the success in March if Arkansas wants to make a run.
Yeah, I mean, you know who the players are going to be. We kind of know what the formula is, and we were first best all night. That was home court advantage. Way to bounce back. You know, that was a butt whooping, and the Florida game. So you learn from it and come back and play with a little intensity, and hopefully they're peaking at the right time.
Call or text if you want to get in with us, 877-377-6963. It's Hog Reaction. Arkansas protects home court yet again tonight against the Texas Longhorns. And, man, I tell you what, Matt, it's good to be playing good basketball this late in the season. I know that Florida game was kind of hard to stomach, and Arkansas really did a great job of just bouncing back and playing well. And really this team is not one that has back-to-back bad games like that, and tonight was just another example of that.
Man, how resilient, huh? They showed up. They played well. They put on a show. That's the Trevin Brazil. If this team wants to make a run, that's what you'll have to get out of him. And Malik Thomas doing his thing. Billy Richmond, just a highlight reel. Yeah, Pringle stepped up. Man, that was just all around. Man, everybody played. I thought it was their best game they've had in a long time, if not their best conference game they had all year.
And speaking of a great game tonight, Trevin Brazil did this.
Top of the circle, Darius drives underneath. Brazil dunks over Vocalitis. Oh, man, Trevin just threw it down right on the 7-footer. Trevin Brazil just brought him to their feet. Sure did. That was a poster right there.
Yeah, it was a poster, and that was kind of early in the first half or midway in the first half. And like I said earlier, Matt, it just felt like Arkansas was in control this entire game, and Texas really didn't make it difficult for the Razorbacks on the defensive end, which kind of surprised me. I thought this would get kind of ugly. I thought they'd kind of muck it up a little bit, but that's not what happened tonight. As Arkansas gets the win, 105-85. It's Hog Reaction, Christian Johnston and Matt Jones, the legend, breaking it all down after the win tonight. We're going to take a quick break as we have just gotten underway in Hog Reaction. We've got a lot to unpack still to come. Stay with us.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, Sawyer Sunrooms and more, and by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue.
Hey Razorback fans, Matt Jones here. We're all experiencing higher prices on just about everything, and that includes sunrooms, patio covers, and windows. If you've gotten an estimate on any of these projects and you were shocked by the price, then you need to call Sawyers. They've been making quality, affordable products for 35 years. They're local, they have 100% financing, and a beautiful showroom with all their products displayed. So give my buddy Buzz a call or check them out, sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Game day, work day, or any day, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue has you covered with 100% oak smoked meats served by weight so you get exactly what you want. Hosting a crew, Rudy's group meals are perfect for parties, office lunches, or tailgates. 3 meats, 3 sides, all the fixings, and yes, even a tablecloth. And don't forget breakfast tacos every morning until 10 a.m. Made to order, or they've got grab and go for the whole team. Visit Rudy's at 4084 MLK Jr. Boulevard in Fayetteville. Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, smoking good every time.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Winter's here, and as the temperature drops, energy use can go up. That means so can your bills. At Arkansas Oklahoma Gas, we know managing energy costs isn't always simple, and we're here to help. We offer practical energy-saving tips, convenient payment options, and connections to assistance programs to help you through the season. Whether you're planning ahead or looking for extra support, our team is ready to help you explore your options. Learn more at aogc.com/winter.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
At Wrangler, we know the essential question for any guy is, can I go like this? It could be date night, boys' night, work, or your nephew's school play. It could be anything, and the last thing you want to do is change. That's why Wrangler makes jeans, shirts, jackets, and tees that answer yes to life's essential question. You can go in Wrangler. Check out our latest styles today at Wrangler.com. Wrangler for the ride of life.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. Sawyer's, sunrooms, patio covers, pergolas, driveways, and windows, including decorative concrete. Hog Reaction postgame show is fueled by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. Real Texas barbecue.
All right. Back here on Hog Reaction as Arkansas improves to 22-8 over the Texas Longhorns. 105-85 the final score. Matt Jones here with me as well as we're breaking it all down to you. This is a win, Matt, that you feel a lot better, obviously, when you win by 20 instead of getting beat the way you did against Florida. And you know, something we've seen out of this team is they've been able to bounce back, and tonight they were able to do that. A tough one on the road coming up Saturday against Missouri, probably going to be a lot different ball game. And, you know, it's a win. It's an important win if you can get it, but as of right now, the Razorbacks are sitting pretty good. I believe they're going to get at least a bye in the first round of the SEC tournament. So, what I saw tonight was really encouraging. This team we know is able to score at will, and tonight was just what that was. I mean, it was, and it never felt like Arkansas was down because every time Arkansas scored, Texas would score. You know, Arkansas would go down and score. Arkansas was able to get the stops they needed tonight, and it really wasn't close. And Texas, they dropped to 18-12, so they're kind of still – I don't know if they may have done enough at this point, but this was one they would have liked to get to kind of strengthen their resume, and it never really felt like they had a chance tonight.
Yeah, Arkansas controls their own destiny. That's for sure. I think Texas is a tournament team. They're a decent squad. Arkansas is going to be a tough out.
Yes.
We'll see. We'll see when the bracket gets here. We'll see who they match up with. But there's definitely some firepower on this team. They've been a joy to watch all year. 17-1 at home. I mean, just put on a show. For the home fans the entire season. So, man, tip your hat to them. They're not always going to be that good. You're not always going to get 17-1 at home. That was fun.
And Arkansas is now tied with Alabama overall and conference record, but the Crimson Tide does have that head-to-head. So, if Alabama somehow loses to Auburn and Arkansas wins on Saturday, they would move up into that 2 spot, which is big if that's able to occur, but right now, all you can do if you're Arkansas is win the games in front of you, and they still have a big one coming up. Matt, as I look at the SEC standings, you look at it from top to bottom, and, the top 4 or 5 teams are really stout, but after that, it kind of falls off a little bit. Vanderbilt is currently at 6th, and then Missouri's at 5th, Tennessee at 4th, Arkansas at 3rd, and Alabama at 2nd. Florida running away with it, and probably not going to.
I think you go Georgia up. All those teams are in. Georgia, Texas, Kentucky. Go from there. I think that's what the SEC teams that get in from Georgia and up.
Yeah, Georgia got a big win the other night, and they're a team that's kind of peaking at the right time as well. But I think Arkansas is playing really good. I mean, Coach Cal said it after the game. Arkansas, their style of play, they're athletic. They can block shots. I mean, are they the physical team down low that some of these teams have? They have those bangers down low. I don't think Arkansas is going to ever be that team this year. But like I said earlier, the way they play is tough. And if Arkansas is getting up and down the court like that, I mean, like you said just a minute ago, Texas is a good team. They're a tournament team, and you're going to match up probably against a team that's not as athletic as you are in the first round of March Madness, maybe even the second round. So, I like Arkansas's chances no matter who they play in those first 2 rounds, but we still got a game left in the regular season against the Missouri Tigers, Matt. I think it helps to play good basketball this time of the year, but a lot of other teams are playing good basketball as well. It's going to be a tough ask to go on the road and beat the Missouri Tigers, I believe, on Saturday. But if Arkansas is able to get that win, they're sitting at 23-8, and their resume looks really good heading into the SEC tournament. And, as long as you've got Darius Acuff playing the way he's playing, and you'd like to see more like you saw tonight from Trevin Brazile and Nick Pringle and Malik Ewan give you some points off the bench. Foul trouble was a little bit of an issue tonight, but didn't really matter too much in the grand scheme of things. Arkansas was able to pretty much do what they wanted to do. And if you remember this morning, Matt, I think it was on halftime, we had a caller call in named Brian in Ozark. He was not convinced that this would be a blowout. And I don't think many Razorback fans thought it would be, but it's kind of funny just listening to that call from this morning in hindsight.
I heard Zach say last show that Arkansas was going to blow Texas out, which is hilarious. Since, Texas did go to Alabama and beat Alabama. They beat Georgia in Athens by 20. They lost to UConn by 6, and they lost to Duke by 9 at their place. So, Fayetteville's not any bigger than any of those places. I think this will be a close game. Not saying Texas is going to win, but it will be single-digit win if they do. But anyway, that's my thoughts. You guys have a great day.
That must excite you that you could stay within single digits of Arkansas.
Well, they were not able to stay within single digits tonight.
They were close though.
Yeah, they tried to make it a close game there at the end, but I don't think it really, Matt, got. I mean, after halftime, I don't think it ever got below 10. I think it was pretty much a cruising victory for the Razorbacks tonight. You like it when that happens, especially this time of year when all these wins matter. And I think, anytime you can get a 20-point win in conference, that's impressive no matter where it's at. And I tell you what, man, I got a little emotional watching the game tonight because I know players like Darius Acuff don't just come around very often, Matt, and he's been a joy to watch this season, and he is a player that a lot of teams wish they had, and I'm glad he was a Razorback and still have a lot to play for coming up as we close out this season. But man, what another great performance by him, and I think Trevin Brazil may have had his best game tonight as well. And when these guys play like that, Brazil, Acuff, Richmond, tonight it was Wagner. He stepped up big, had like 17 or 18 points. It was just a joy to see, and Texas really couldn't do anything about it. No matter who had the ball in their hands, they really couldn't stop Arkansas tonight.
You know what was crazy was Texas's leading guard Pope had 4 minutes and 4 fouls. That was that was wild. And then speaking of having Acuff, I mean, don't you think every Kentucky fan wishes they had Acuff too?
Oh yeah, I mean, we see so many times the offense kind of gets stagnant, and then you got a player like Acuff who can just pull up on a dime, get his shot off whenever he wants. It's really nice to have that luxury in close ball games, especially. Didn't really matter much tonight, but so many times, Matt, it looks like maybe his shot's not going to be falling on certain nights, and all of a sudden you'll start hitting shots and getting to the rim. It's like he makes it look so effortless at times, but I know it's a lot harder than he makes it look. But man, what a talent! And Chuck put it so eloquently during as you heard in our open earlier, you may not see many players like that very often from here on out.
Top 10 pick, you think?
Man, I think for sure a top 10. Man, if I was a team looking for a player like Acuff, I don't know. I mean, you look at Acuff, and I know his size may be his biggest, I guess you can call it weakness, but man, he has everything else that you want. The wherewithal to just, he plays very hard. He's a big time competitor, and he never gets too up or too down on himself. And I think that translates well to the NBA. He's mature for his age, and he's just a talented player. And he's not just a scorer, man. He can dish it to anybody. He can make any pass. I think a lot of he's underrated there in that aspect as well. His ability to throw lobs and just get the ball to the open man. And he had a play tonight on the fast break where they threw it ahead to him, and I think he just kind of caught it with one hand and laid it in. It was just one of those plays you don't see everybody make, and you could tell he was inspired tonight, and this entire team played their tails off and got a big win, 20-point win tonight over the Texas Longhorns. It really felt like it was more than that. I mean, if you look at the way the game unfolded, Texas was able to score there kind of late, but Arkansas, another dominating performance. Matt, did you see anything tonight? I mean, I didn't learn anything new about this team tonight. We know they're an offensive juggernaut, defense a little shaky at times, but if they're able to get just enough stops, they can outscore a lot of teams coming up in March.
Whatever Trevin Brazil did for his pregame ritual, just keep doing the same thing, because that was fun, man. He was flying around. hitting shots, playing defense. He was fun to watch, and even Malik Thomas, I think he's getting better. I mean, each game it seems like he's getting a little better. That's what you want to see going forward.
For sure, for sure. All right, we're going to take a break here. If you want your thoughts to be heard, call or text in. I'm not going to read Lee from Springdale's text, but I think a lot of us agree with you, Lee, in that statement. Hogs are guaranteed a double bye, says Trophy Hog. That is awesome. You definitely want you don't want to play a bunch of games in the SEC tournament, and getting that double bye is great, especially just going into March Madness. You want to be fresh, and you also want to win the SEC tournament, Matt. And we'll get into that in the next segment. I know you've talked about the importance of winning SEC tournaments, and I think it would be awesome if Arkansas could win the SEC tournament. I think I know Cal in the past has said it doesn't mean anything or doesn't mean a lot, but it does. I mean, you want to be able to hang that banner, so to speak, and have the bragging rights going into the tournament. It's nice to be playing really good basketball. You don't want to go in and go one and done, that's for sure. So we'll get into that and more. A big night for Hall of Fame coach Nolan Richardson being honored at halftime. We got a statue coming outside Bud Walton Arena. That's exciting. I'm excited to see that. We'll get into that and much more here on Hog Reaction.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, Sawyer Sunrooms and more, and by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue.
Founded in 1950, Crabtree RV Center has grown into one of the River Valley's largest RV dealerships, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas, specializing in sales, parts, and service. We're truly your one-stop shop for all your RV needs. Conveniently located with easy access to I-40 and I-49, we're 40 minutes from Northwest Arkansas and just as close to our friends in Oklahoma, carrying top brands like Grand Design, Coachman, East to West, and Forest River. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by the Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-555-2085. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-555-2085. That's 800-555-2085. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-555-2085.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. Sawyer's, sunrooms, patio covers, pergolas, driveways, and windows, including decorative concrete. Hog Reaction postgame show is fueled by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, real Texas barbecue.
Back on Hog Reaction. 20-point victory for the Razorbacks tonight against the Texas Longhorns inside Bud Walton Arena. The final home game of the season. Darius Acuff, Trevin Brazil with monster nights in what is likely both of their final games playing inside Bud Walton Arena. We're going to go to the phone lines here. We've got Abby from Rogers wanting to give her thoughts on the game. Abby, were you at the game tonight?
Yes.
Did you watch the game?
Yes, I did.
What did you see tonight that really that Arkansas did well tonight on the offensive end, especially?
On the offensive end, just getting up easy shots. They didn't mess up really any shots, take any bad shots that they knew weren't gonna go in. Just easy.
Yeah, it was a real free-flowing game for the Razorbacks on the offensive end. And when they're playing like that, what it feels like almost every possession they go down and they get a basket, it's really hard to beat this Razorback team. Any other thoughts on the game? Do you think Arkansas will make a run this year? I know we got March Madness coming up, but got a game on Saturday against the Missouri Tigers. I think they're sitting in a good position, don't you, Abby?
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait for the tournament. I'm going to be in Hawaii, so I'm going to be up early watching the games, but I will for sure be watching.
Awesome. It's great to hear from you, Abby. On the win tonight, Matt. Abby sounds excited. I think a lot of the Razorback faithful are excited about this team. Especially, like I said earlier, it's easy to kind of feel down after a beat down like they had against Florida. But I think we most Razorback fans know that Florida's a really good team, and it's hard to beat a team like that on their home court. And they were trying to clinch the SEC regular season title, and they were coming out kind of like Arkansas did tonight. Really, it felt like Arkansas scored on every possession, or they could score on every possession. And really, Texas didn't have any answers and couldn't really do much to stop it.
Yeah, maybe playing Florida kind of helped Arkansas realize that if they want to play with the big boys, they have to turn up the intensity a little bit. One thing we know about Coach Cal is his teams play really good in March. They play good in tournaments. He's one of the best coaches out there. So you have to think he's going to get the guys clicking at the right time, and it depends on matchups, but man, Arkansas, there's nothing to say they can't make a Sweet 16 run, no question about it.
And we'll talk more about this game, but Matt, tonight I think we need to spend some time on what happened at halftime. I know you played for Coach Richardson. A lot of people were clamoring for this, and I think it's well-deserved that he gets a statue outside Bud Walton Arena. The only national championship in Arkansas history, a legend of a coach. You played for him. Just talk about, he's a humble guy just like you are, but if anybody deserves this, it's him.
I like Nolan. I figured they'd have a statue. It'd be Nolan and the Bear. So that's how I figured it would go. I've always been a Nolan Richardson fan, and it was he's one of the good ones, man. Well deserved, like you said. Kind of ahead of his time, and he was old school, man. He was hard nosed. He would he knew how to kick you in the butt, and he knew how to come put his arm around you and tell you he loved you. So he had it down, coaching a lot of it, psychology 101, getting the best out of your players, and Nolan definitely did that.
And one thing he still does, even though he's no longer a coach, and it seems like when he's in the building, the players, they play, they turn it up a notch. They just seem to play a lot more inspired. And tonight, that's really what we saw tonight, was an inspired basketball team that really just was clicking on all cylinders. And like I said, Texas couldn't do anything about it. And, you saw Tremont Mark for the for the Longhorns against the Razorbacks yet again, had one of his better games, I guess you could say, than he's had in years past. But really, it just seemed like they needed a lot more from him and that Volkatitis guy, and they didn't really get it. They didn't understand what
Pope was doing. He picked up 4 fouls in 4 minutes. He took the night off. That was weird or fluky. I don't know what you call it, but he was playing like 29 minutes a game and played 4 minutes.
Yeah, I thought he was going to have one of those really big games, and they tried to go to him a lot in the first half, but you can do that a little bit, but it's usually not going to continue the whole game like that. And he was getting a little winded there. The trade-off with playing like that is, yeah, you may be able to score inside on Arkansas, but they want to run with you, and they're going to wear you down that way as well. So a little bit of a counterpunch tonight for the Razorbacks. And something that's just impressive to me, Matt, is how quickly Arkansas can turn a rebound into a basket the other way. I think I heard on the broadcast tonight, they scored in like 2 seconds after a miss. One pass down the court, and I saw that several times tonight. Arkansas kind of leaking out, getting behind the defense, and catching Texas kind of sleeping a little bit. I think when Arkansas is playing like that, they're really tough to beat, and they match up really well with a lot of teams, athlete-wise, I think.
No question about it. I'm looking. It's going to be a quick turnaround. Travel to Columbia and take on Missouri, one final tune-up. They get the 2 seed, 3 seed. They win. They'll be a 2 seed. I don't know how the SEC bracket to go out, but see who they get matched up with. Man, how fun! Again, 17-1, like we said on the home court. The guys put on a show tonight. It was Brazil, a high-flying act, A-Cuff, just his vision attributes just went up 1,000%, man. He was dropping dimes for the whole game.
As we kind of look at the rest of the conference a little bit, as we're at the end. We got one game left. Saturday is the final weekend for SEC basketball is concerned. You've got some teams kind of on the bubble, I guess. Auburn is one of those teams you don't really know if they're in or out. They still probably need to definitely win Saturday against Alabama and probably win at least a few more in the SEC tournament to kind of feel good about their spot. Texas A&M, I think they're going to beat LSU pretty easily on Saturday, and they're in, especially after their win against Kentucky. Kentucky does have Florida at Rupp Arena. That's one of those games I can see Kentucky hanging with Florida and possibly even winning that game. And if they're able to get that win, they're probably in easily in March Madness. They could be even with a loss, depending how the SEC tournament goes. But Vanderbilt and Tennessee is another big one. I think a lot of these teams kind of feel like they're in, but maybe just trying to improve their seeding. Texas is probably in even after the loss tonight. But, Arkansas, what would you say, Matt? They're going to be probably a 4 or 5 seed regardless. They're probably not going to improve to a 3, but you could if you get hot here late and go on a win streak. But I think Arkansas is dangerous no matter what seed they are. You obviously want kind of the easier matchups early on, but I think once you get into March, all these teams are good, and it's really that simple, Matt. The SEC tournament's always an interesting. There's always some kind of a Cinderella team that is needing a couple wins, or a lot of these teams have some of these teams have more to play for than others, and sometimes you'll see some upsets, some weird scores. Arkansas, it's nice going into the tournament not needing a win. And last year, Arkansas, going into the SEC tournament, needed a win and needed a win to feel good about their seed, and they were able to get it over South Carolina. But this year, not the case. They're going to get a double bye, and we'll kind of see the bracket as the week progresses and kind of get an idea of when or who Arkansas will play. But we know they're not going to be playing on Wednesday.
Yeah, how cool! What a different season from one year to the next. And Coach Cal kind of hinted at that at the beginning of the season, talking about how he knew the neighborhood now. He knew where to go, and he'd only came in on the bus as a business trip when you're coming as a visiting coach, and so he feels more comfortable as well. I think Texas, Georgia, Kentucky, A&M, Vanderbilt, Missouri, Tennessee, Arkansas, Alabama, and Florida. That's 10 SEC teams right there. I think those are 10 locks. I think all 10 of those teams are getting in. So Auburn and OU definitely would have to do some work, and I think no chance to the Mississippi schools, LSU, and South Carolina.
Is there a team or two that you think kind of in the SEC that you don't really want to be in their first bracket, I guess you could say?
Kentucky would be the team that matches up with us athletically. A&M, I just don't think they could score enough with us. Georgia's tough. Kentucky's tough. I think Missouri, we beat them 9 times out of 10. We'll see what happens in Columbia on Saturday. Vanderbilt, too. I just think we match up better with those teams because we talk about matchups. Those are the teams that I think Kentucky and Tennessee kind of scare me a little bit, but
Florida,
they're all going to be good when you start playing it that deep into a tournament. But we match up with some teams better than others.
And I think Arkansas, with the way they've positioned themselves going into the SEC tournament, has as good of a shot as anybody to win it. I would like to see maybe Arkansas get another shot at Alabama or Kentucky, one of those teams. And if you're able to keep winning, kind of see what can happen on a neutral floor against Florida. I know they pose a lot of matchup problems for Arkansas, but on a neutral floor, I kind of like to see Arkansas get another crack at the Gators and maybe return the favor a little bit.
I like it. Let's go. That might be the SEC championship game right there. And there's Bama and Kentucky. How fun would that be to see Arkansas play one of those teams? You only have to win 3. You get a double bye. You got to win 3, and I think the Hogs are capable of it. And one last tune-up. Missouri's a really good team. Mm-hmm. They're not as athletic as some of the other teams, but they play solid. They don't beat themselves a lot. So, quick turnaround, 11 o'clock game. You have to show up ready to go. Don't let them jump out on you. They'll have a little atmosphere, a little crowd going. You have to try to play against that too. So, get some rest, get some treatment. It'll be 11 o'clock Saturday before you know it.
All right, we're gonna take another break here on Hog Reaction, breaking down Arkansas's 105-85 win. Got some phone callers that we need to get to here in the next segment. We want to hear your thoughts about the game tonight. Arkansas gets the win. Me and Matt going to bring it to you here as we've got a couple more segments left on Hog Reaction. Stay with us.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, Sawyer Sunrooms and more, and by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue.
Fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt. We're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, your headquarters for all things Razorback.
From clothing items like Nike, Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many more,
to a wide range of home, office, and fan cave decorations.
We even have furniture, a pool table, stuff for the yard, garden, and too much other stuff to mention.
So no matter if you're headed to the game or watching from your living room, stop by the Stadium Shop at 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville. That's 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville.
Or call us at 479 Stadium. That's 479-782-3486.
or stop by the Interweb store at shoponrazorback.com.
Whoa, that's a first, Dad. You actually got it right. How'd you do that?
Well, I use that Googleator thing.
And we're back.
Anyway, that was shoponrazorback.com.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, and I have a plaque to prove it.
Folks, it just does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
This is Hog Reaction.
Winter has arrived, bringing frothy mornings, holiday travels, and unpredictable roads. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart. From top quality tires to expert service at competitive prices, we've got you covered. Visit our Fort Smith location at 9700 Highway 271 and let us prepare your vehicle for everything winter has in store. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
When it's time to stock the bar, fill the cooler, or grab the perfect bottle, stop by River Point Wine and Spirits. You'll love our clean, organized store, full of all the best liquor, wine, and beer at the right price. At River Point, we're a family-owned business where customer service is always our priority. So come stock up for game night, date night, or the weekend ahead. Your journey, our spirit. River Point Wine and Spirits, Grand Avenue and I-540.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the relief hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. Sawyer's, sunrooms, patio covers, pergolas, driveways, and windows, including decorative concrete. Hog Reaction postgame show is fueled by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, real Texas barbecue.
Back on Hog Reaction, Christian Johnson here with you. Matt Jones, the Arkansas legend, in the building as well, as we're breaking down the Razorbacks win over the Texas Longhorns. Got some guys playing really good basketball right now, and that's what you want to see as we are at this point in the season. Now, Matt, do you think, early on in the tournament, it may not, and I'm talking about the NCAA tournament, the weaknesses may not be as glaring maybe in those first couple matchups. It could be in the first round or the second round, I guess. But I just the way when Arkansas is playing like they did tonight, I think they can go on a run, and it really does depend on matchups. But I kind of like Coach Cal's confidence in his team at this point in the season. A lot of people like to point to you don't have a lot of production from the bigs, but I just think the way Arkansas plays basketball is fun to watch, and it sometimes it can get you beat, but more often than not, as a example this year, Arkansas, when they're beat, they respond pretty well. Now, once we get into March Madness, you don't have any room for error, so to speak. But another bounce back performance by the Razorbacks, Darius Acuff, Trevin Brazile, and company, getting it done tonight against the Texas Longhorns, and really, Matt, have Texas's number in basketball since they joined the league. I don't know if I think they're maybe 3-0, 4-0, something like that against the Longhorns. But when the Burnt Orange come into town, the Arkansas Razorbacks usually play pretty well.
Yeah, what a victory! Unit, the thing about this tournament is when you get to prepare and then you win a game, then it's one day off and then you go at it again. So it's going to be a real quick turnaround. And it's like, well, who do you stop? Do you stop Billy Richmond? Do you stop Brazile? Do you stop Malik Thomas? And when you get to the tournament, a lot of it's about guard play. And yeah, our inside presence is I like our bigs. I think we're serviceable and we're good enough. There's no question about that. It just, you get foul trouble. There's things that can happen, and you see what matchups they get with. But when you have such a quick turnaround, it's one day to prepare. Guard plays how you win in the tournament, and we got some wings, we got some guards. We're going to be a tough out no matter who we get matched up with.
And I think Darius Acuff has done plenty this season to be honestly considered SEC Player of the Year. I know I'm a little biased, Matt.
All-American.
I mean, he really, as the year's gone on, he's gotten away. He's been good all season, but really, as the years progressed, he has really kind of made his mark, so to speak, and caught a lot of attention from a lot of people. And I'm really excited to see where this young man's future goes after his Razorback career is done. It's one of those players, Matt, that no matter who he plays for, where he goes, you're going to want to watch him. And if he can stay healthy, I know he's been kind of dealing with some injury this year, but really couldn't tell it the way he performs night in, night out. But I'm just really excited to see what he can do, and really excited for the first time in a while. I'm kind of excited to see the NBA draft, honestly.
Well, Acuff, I have a region of fans that grew up watching him play from the state of Arkansas that will be Acuff fans till he gets done playing basketball. So that's we all have memories of guys you fall in love with that are really good at their craft, and he's one of them. I remember watching a Madre Hill rush for 6 touchdowns. You remember watching the '94 national championship team there's so many athletes that come through from time to time that you kind of remember watching these guys play. And Acuff, I have a special place in a lot of people's hearts in the state of Arkansas for a long time to come.
And we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier today, but for those who aren't aware, the legend Lou Holtz passed away today. Man, I tell you what, I wasn't necessarily, I didn't really grow up watching his teams and that kind of stuff. I think when I was getting into football, he was the coach at South Carolina. Didn't really get to watch him when he coached at Arkansas, but mainly seeing his appearances on College Game Day and just on ESPN and just his kind of passion for the game and his knowledge of the sport. I'm not even talking about his ability as a coach, but just what he meant to college football is going to be missed, and he's a legend for sure. He coached at a lot of places, Matt, not just Arkansas, but one of those icons of the sport, so to speak, passed away today. Won
a lot of games. I got the chance to compete against him when he was at South Carolina. I believe he was Arkansas for about 6 years or so. So won a lot of ball games. The last Notre Dame football coach to win a national championship was Lou Holtz. So his boy Skip Holtz that coaches as well. And you talk about being an ambassador for the game and an ambassador for life. That's Lou Holtz was. He was one of the guys that did it the right way. He was firm. He was tough. But I think he liked his job. I think he was called to be a head ball coach, and I think he was pretty good at it.
Yeah, when I think of Lou Holtz, I just think of passion for the game. Even when he wasn't a coach, when he was just broadcasting games or talking about games that he was calling or whatnot, it was just really cool to see him in his element, so to speak. And it was also really cool to see him back in Fayetteville this year when Notre Dame came to town. The game didn't quite go the way that we wanted it, but you looking at it now is pretty cool moment and in Razorback history. And I think when I think of Lou Holtz, I just think of a good person and a good ambassador for the game, and he's going to be missed, I'm sure, from a lot of people. A lot of stories, I'm sure, will come out in the next few days about him if they haven't already. But yeah, just a great story, great career, and he'll be missed. Now we get into some more basketball coming up as well, but Matt, the only SEC game tonight was Arkansas and Texas in the Southeastern Conference. And if you were turning on the TV for the first time tonight, watching Darius Acuff, you were in for a treat, because it was one of those games he just played really, really good basketball and didn't really make a lot of mistakes. And Billy Richmond, he was on a tear, but ironically tonight, I think he had 8 points, but he's another guy that is going to be key if Arkansas wants to make a run in March.
Oh man, Richmond's he's one of my favorites. Talk about a fan favorite. He had 3 blocks and 3 steals. Was running and gunning, man. I like Billy Richmond. He had a little 2-man game going there. I believe it was Nick Pringle hit him on a little give and go for an easy 2. So yeah, man, Billy Richmond, he's going to be key. That's the ingredient. When you get to March, there's guys like Brazil, guys like Billy Richmond. If they fade one of those guys, then the other one will hurt you. So there's going to be a lot of game plans trying to stop Acuff, and it's like good luck. But then who else do you stop? Because there's a lot of talent on this team.
Apparently, Sean Miller had some good comments to say about Acuff after the game tonight. Man, if you're an opposing coach and you're trying to game plan for the Razorbacks, do you even? I mean, you try to limit Acuff as much as you can, but his ability to draw people to him really opens up the floor, and he's just kind of a magician out there at times. I like it when he is not just a scorer but also a facilitator, because everybody gets going, and tonight really was just a great performance all around by this entire team. You don't want to have a performance like that and then go to Missouri and kind of take a few steps back. So I think Arkansas is going to put together another great performance on Saturday and against the Missouri Tigers, who's kind of a sneaky good team. I mean, I don't think they're like an Elite Eight type team, but really a team that kind of poses some problems for Arkansas. I know we got the better of them in Bud Walton Arena, but I have a feeling it's going to be a lot closer, a lot different feeling game on Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to happen quick, and you better be ready for it. And it'd be nice. It'd be nice to get that dub going into the SEC tournament, and just having good vibes. Good, get in the habit of winning. Get used to winning when you go out and play, and get used to competing. And that's one thing this basketball team doesn't lack is competitors. They like to compete, and it was on showcase tonight, and it'll be fun. That'll be a good one this Saturday.
All right, we're going to take a break. We got a couple more segments here. If you want to get your thoughts, 877-377-6963. You can text us or call us here on Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback, Sawyer's Sunrooms, and Rudy's Barbecue. Stay with us.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, Sawyer's Sunrooms and more, and by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530, and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
This is Hog Reaction.
Winter has arrived, bringing frosty mornings, holiday travels, and unpredictable roads. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire Mart. From top quality tires to expert service at competitive prices, we've got you covered. Visit our Fort Smith location at 9700 Highway 271 and let us prepare your vehicle for everything winter has in store. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. We keep America rolling.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
10 years ago, True Grit Running Company opened its doors with one simple goal: to help people move better, feel stronger, and find their stride. Today, we're celebrating 10 years of True Grit. Join us all year long for anniversary events, group runs, limited edition gear, and plenty of surprises as we kick off 2026. Whether you're chasing a finish line or just starting your journey, thank you for being part of our story. True Grit Running Company, 10 years strong, built by runners.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by the Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. Sawyer's, sunrooms, patio covers, pergolas, driveways, and windows, including decorative concrete. Hog Reaction postgame show is fueled by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, real Texas barbecue.
Top of the circle, Darius drives underneath. Brazil dunks over Vocalitis. Oh, man, Trevin just threw it down right on the 7-footer. Trevin Brazil just brought him to their feet. Sure did. That was a poster right there.
You know, Matt, Trevin Brazil has been in a Razorback uniform, I think, 4 years, and one of those players that has had a pretty challenging career, I guess you could say, just with injury and different things. Started at Missouri and I think then transferred the next year to the Razorbacks. And you're not going to, the days of seeing guys at a place for 4 years are probably over, wouldn't you say?
Man, yeah, that's a good point right there, Unit. Trevin Brazil, one of my favorite players ever. It's like sometimes you love him so much, and then sometimes he'd do things and you'd scratch your head and be like, oh, my goodness. But just his talent, undeniable. I mean, you're not going to get when's the next time you're going to get a 6'10", springy guard? You know, like he's not really a big. He's more of a guard. He liked to play on the outside. Like to shoot the three. I like Trevin Brazil's shot. I mean, it has a really nice looking shot, a good arc on it. His athleticism, he's freaky when it comes to that. He'll get a look at the next level. No question about it. I don't know where he'll go, what his journey is going to look like from here, but he's just such an athlete. There'll be somebody out there that wants to work with him, and good luck for him. But as far as in a Razorback uniform, I mean, how cool! You're not going to get a We haven't had anybody like him since that plays the game like him. So when's the next time you're going to get somebody like that? I don't know. He was fun to watch at times.
Definitely was, and it was cool to see Coach Cal come in and kind of give him that boost. And
last pick for Coach Cal when he first got here. And he was getting his team all together. That his first year, Brazil was the last one to get a spot. So I mean, what a pickup right there.
Still a lot left to play for this year. Obviously, I think Trevin Brazil is going to be key for this team in March Madness if they want to make a run. And I think he's gonna go out strong, no matter how far the Razorbacks go this year. I think Trevin Brazil is gonna finish his Razorback career. His last game definitely in Bud Walton Arena, he definitely went as good as he could have hoped for tonight. And Matt, I didn't get to really watch Acuff in person this year, but I watched him plenty on just television. Watching him getting prepared for these games, and when I think of a point guard, really, he comes to mind. I mean, I guess most point guards these days are a little bit lengthier and taller, but really, you think about some of the great point guards in the NBA, kind of the similar game to Darius Acuff and what he likes to do. I mean, he's a guy that can score, but he also can be that facilitator that you need to. So it's going to be interesting to see his NBA career after he's done here at Arkansas. But do you think, Matt, he has got some of that Kimball Walker in him? Do you think he can channel?
I got you one right here. He's like Tony Parker, because Tony Parker played below the rim, but could give it to you any way you want it. Like he's kind of, because it was kind of very skilled, had a mid range, could make the right pass. There's a lot to like with Acuff. I mean, he's amazing, but yeah, Tony Parker right there, man, because Tony Parker would have, 18 points and 7 assists on the regular, and doesn't have a lot of turnovers, and was always in control. That's the thing you notice about Acuff is he seems like he's the most in control person out there on the floor most nights, and that's a lot going for a freshman.
He plays a lot bigger than he is, and what I mean by that is he can really get his shot off. He's good at creating space. He finishes really well at the rim. He can finish with his left or his right. He can finish in traffic, and he did that several times tonight. It's like he knows how to control his body, and he doesn't get out of control at times. That's one thing you can say about Acuff is he doesn't get out of control. Some point guards, they like to do too much, but he seems like, he'll get to the basket and he'll make the right play. Just really, really entertaining player to watch. And man, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he's 1 or 2. I think he'll probably at best be the second overall pick, but I mean, there's a good freshman class. This year's freshman class is really good. And one thing I'm excited about coming up in the NCAA tournament is seeing all these freshmen kind of make their presence felt in the tournament, and kind of seeing how far these guys can take these teams, and see if they can go on a run, and how teams will play against these players and make other players beat you. The thing I like about the Razorbacks team is there's several players that can beat you on this team. It's not just Acuff.
Yeah, you want to see how the freshmen blossom, no question about that, and what a stage than March Madness to blossom. Carmelo Anthony comes to mind when I think of freshmen that kind of stole. Now he was on a really good team, but he was Anthony Davis, Coach Cal guy, that as a freshman was the best player out there. And basketball's it's a little bit different, baseball when you got to wait 8 players before you get to hit again. And in basketball, you play offense and defense. Football, you play offense or defense. And so when you have the best player on the floor, you always have a chance in basketball. And that's kind of what A-Cuff brings you, because a lot of nights he's the best player out there on the floor.
Still got one segment left on Hog Reaction. If you want to get in with us, 877-377-6963. We're brought to you by the Stadium Shop on Razorback, Sawyer Sunrooms, and Rudy's Barbecue. One more segment coming up on Hog Reaction. Stay with us.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, Sawyer Sunrooms and more, and by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit could save you up to $600 off your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by the Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
At Arkansas Oklahoma Gas, we understand that cold weather months are about staying warm, keeping life running smoothly, and focusing on what truly matters. We also know that higher heating bills during this season can create stress, and we're here to help ease that burden. From a variety of payment options designed to fit your needs to assistance programs that provide extra support, our team is dedicated to helping you stay comfortable and worry-free all season long. Our customer care team is just a call away, or you can explore helpful resources online at aogc.com/winter. We're here for you this winter.
Whether you're heading to work, hauling the kids to practice, or just hitting the open road, there's one stop that makes every mile better. Jam Mart, your local family-owned home for unmatched service. From Jam and Joe's coffee to the cleanest restrooms in town to high-quality fuel and our go-to Jam Burger baskets. We've got everything you need to keep moving. Stop by any of our locations in Fort Smith, Greenwood, or Booneville. Jam Mart, the leading gas station and convenience store in Arkansas.
Fill her up, please.
This spring, you're organizing closets, decluttering drawers, and maybe even scrubbing places no one will ever look. But here's a thought. Why not declutter your internet, too? If your shows keep buffering, your games lag, or your video calls freeze, that's digital clutter, and you don't have to live with it. Switch to Wave Rural Connect Fiber for fast, reliable internet that keeps your home running clean and clear all season long. Visit waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-555-2085. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-555-2085. That's 800-555-2085. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-555-2085.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. Sawyer's, sunrooms, patio covers, pergolas, driveways, and windows, including decorative concrete. Hog Reaction postgame show is fueled by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, real Texas barbecue.
Hog Reaction, one final segment coming to you here as Arkansas with the win here on this rainy night. And I know Cecil was at the game, and he is currently heading back into the River Valley. Cecil.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. How was the game?
Oh, hey, man, we're just trying to get back down this hill. This weather's really bad, but definitely enjoyed the game. And, you know, I hung around. I got everybody's autograph. I even got an A-Cup shirt on. He signed it, you know, so I won't put that back on no more. I have to frame it up or something, but yeah, I really enjoyed the game, man. Everything was nice today. Nolan, him coming out, you know, and I know he's sick, really. He's not in good health, but God bless him to get to the game, and that statue's going to be wonderful, you know, and just, you know, life goes on, and, you know, but, man, I'm happy that we won the game, and it just was a great night other than this rain.
Yeah, it really was.
We get it.
Go ahead.
What do you think?
Yeah, it was a great night, and to be a Razorback, and I know Nolan. I know he was kind of feeling under the weather, but was encouraged pretty strongly to attend the game tonight, and I think it was for good reason. I mean, he's one of the guys that deserve a statue if anybody deserves one.
No doubt. Hopefully we'll get another championship soon, you know. And when we get to the NCAA, I just hope we can fall in the right category to go as far as we can. You know, I'm not going to say much about Pringle tonight.
Yeah.
You know, he played better than he usually played. He still had a bunch of fouls, you know. He averaged almost 5 fouls a game, but he played better, though. My buddy Big Ridge got his autograph. I know that made him feel good.
Oh, sweet. Why didn't you get it?
It was a blessing to watch. It was a blessing to watch Darius A-Cup play. I have a shirt I made before I left the shop. I put him on there. He signed right on it, and I'm a time capsule because he's gonna be really great in the NBA.
Well, let me ask you this, Cecil. What do you think? You think he could go maybe as high as number 2 in the draft, or what do you think?
Well, hey, Big C. Honestly, no, he's gonna go way before 6, Doug. Come on, man.
No, I said 2.
No, man, Doug's driving. He's talking about 4. He holding up a big 4. And hey, if Darius go, he had about. I know he had like 28 points. And how many? Since he had about 15 or 16.
Yeah, he was dishing.
What was it?
Okay,
man. Hey, man, those are astronomical numbers. Come on now. If he keep doing this, and we get to the Elite 8 or something like that, and he keep playing like that, he'll go number 1. Now, Big Perk on ESPN. I talked to him on the video last week. He loved Darius A-Cup.
He does.
And I sent him an Arkansas Razorback hat down there, and I told him to wear that hat when the tournament starts, and he said he would. So when y'all see that hat on, I gave it to him.
Man, that's awesome.
The studio gave it to him.
Yeah, Perkins is giving him some love, and he deserves it.
He does, man. He does, man. And, you know, I was talking to Malik's godmother and his cousin down there because I hung out to the end because I had to get mine. I bought my Razorback. I got a Razorback ball is full of signatures for over the years. And I had to get Malik on there, so he definitely got on there. Yeah. I got DJ Wagner on there. I got Billy on there. I got all of them. I didn't get Pringle. I didn't want it.
Oh my, yeah. Well, maybe he'll be able to help.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all please get the ball there. Please forgive me. I didn't want my value going down on the ball.
All right, Cecil. Good to hear from you. As we bring back Matt Jones in as we wrap things up here. Cecil, pretty high on Darius Acuff and not so high on Nick Pringle, but was at the game tonight, Matt. I tell you what, it's been a fun season. A little bit of ups and downs here and there, but overall pretty enjoyable, Matt. This team's been fun to watch, and they've won a bunch of ball games. 22-8 right now. You'll take that every year especially at this point in the season.
How fun, man. How fun. Yeah, shout out to Cecil. And what are you going to say, man? 17-1 at home. So much talent on the floor. You always felt like you had a chance in most games. I mean, there was about 3 or 4 games that you're like, yeah, we weren't really in that one. But even some of the L's, we were in it. You know, could have won the Alabama game for the same price. I enjoyed watching. This is the third year doing basketball post game, and it's been a pleasure. It's been a joy being able to watch this Razorback basketball team. And just imagine you had to watch Mississippi State and do their post game each week. I mean, that'd be hard to watch. So that's what I say. Just be thankful for it. They're always not going to be this good. No. So this is fun, and they still have some story left to write.
I think so too. I think there's a run left in this team. I think they can go as far as the Final Four, or the Elite Eight, and they can lose in the Sweet 16 as well. It's just this team's all over the place, but the talent is there, and there's some matchup problems for sure out there. But once you get in the tournament, you never know. Somebody has a big game here and there. Somebody has an off night on the other team. It really, anything can happen in March. That's why they call it March Madness. And Matt, I've had a great time with you on Hog Reaction. I appreciate you staying up late with me and doing the post game, and it's been a fun season. We got one more regular season game left. I think you and Colton got the next game Saturday against Missouri. But man, I tell you what, fun night. Razorbacks, like you said, take care of home court once again, and they stomped the Texas Longhorns, something that will never get old. And I'm sure we'll hear from Brian and Ozark tomorrow. Not surprised he didn't call in tonight, but not much he can say after that performance.
Man, it's been fun. Been enjoy working with you, and it's always fun to win. And man, I'm with you. I think the Hogs still have a little story left to be written for this 2026 season. So let's get it.
All right, it's been fun. Hogs win 105-85. Christian Johnston, Matt Jones bringing you Hog Reaction tonight. Arkansas wins against the Texas Longhorns and improves to 22-8 on the season with one game left. Hog Reaction brought to you by the Stadium Shop on Razorback, Sawyer Sunrooms, and Rudy's Barbecue. Y'all have a great night.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, Sawyer Sunrooms and more, and by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue.
Founded in 1950, Crabtree RV Center has grown into one of the River Valley's largest RV dealerships, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas, specializing in sales, parts, and service. We're truly your one-stop shop for all your RV needs. Conveniently located with easy access to I-40 and I-49, we're 40 minutes from Northwest Arkansas and just as close to our friends in Oklahoma, carrying top brands like Grand Design, Coachman, East to West, and Forest River. Crabtree RV Center, making your family's dreams come true for over 70 years.
When it's time to stock the bar, fill the cooler, or grab the perfect bottle, stop by River Point Wine and Spirits. You'll love our clean, organized store, full of all the best liquor, wine, and beer at the right price. At River Point, we're a family-owned business where customer service is always our priority. So come stock up for game night, date night, or the weekend ahead. Your journey, our spirit. River Point Wine and Spirits, Grand Avenue and I-540.
Winter has arrived, bringing frosty mornings, holiday travels, and unpredictable roads. That's why it's the perfect time to visit Southern Tire.